What's a terrible lyric in an otherwise great song? I'm the shitty. I'm fartin'. I don't know how to potty. Kodak Black drowning. I'm the baby girl. So I got stains in my drawers. Kodak Black patty cake. I hate this line with a burning passion. Everybody rapping like it's a commercial. Acting like life is a big commercial. Beastie Boys. Gratitude. They really should have used rehearsal in the second line. I'm 47 and this has bugged me since it came out. In a similar vein, in Lil Wayne's verse on Truffle Butter, he says, "Lol to the bank checking my account. Bank teller flirting after checking my account." The second line should definitely end with C in the amount. Can't remember the song or the artist, but the lyrics went something like, "You look so good. No wonder you were molested at 2 feet. I had no words. I'm gonna Google this on incognito. Oh my goodness. Can't believe you found it. That was unpleasant to read. Am I sexually ye Backstreet Boys? Not that it's a great song, but I am still perplexed as to why the members of the band are answering this question. I used to enthusiastically sing this as a child, the yeah being more like yee. Evidently, they needed to dispel that nasty rumor that the Backstreet Boys reproduce by mitosis. Bono, you know, Deuce, Tress, Catorce, Larry to the Edge. You wanna tell him? The Edge. I'm not gonna tell him. Adam, look, we need to tell him or we're listening to this for the next 30 years. Me. 1, 2, 3, 14. I really want to hope he was joking. Zip your lips like a padlock. Never understood this one. Padlocks don't zip. I wonder if the original lyric was zip your lips like a ziplock, and they changed it to avoid trademark violation or something. Like the Kinks having to change the lyrics to Lola. It tastes just like Coca Cherry Cola. Metallica 4 Horsemen. They name the horsemen. Time, famine, pestilence and death. Time isn't one of the horsemen. It's war. I still love the song, but it bothers me every time. Exactly. Where is war though? Where is war? Who do you think you are? That's from NetHack. And older CI roguelike game. At the end, you get to the astral plane where pestilence, famine, and death try to kill your character as they try to sacrifice the amulet or yender on their god's altar and thus ascend to demigod status. If you try talking to the other horsemen, it's revealed that the hero is actually the fourth. I put Molly all in her champagne. She ain't even know it. I took her home and I enjoyed that. She ain't even know it. Rick Ross the new OENO. I love the lines in M on a Man 8 Dogs Shake That where they saying they get women to come home with conversation and Hennessy. They want women to F who know they can say no but don't, etc. I didn't expect them to rap about consent. They line really effing sucks. I genuinely couldn't believe it the first time I heard it, says a fish molester. I'm serious as cancer when I say rhythm is a dancer. Rhythm is a dancer snap. This makes me think of and I'm just a squirrel trying to get a nut. So move yo butt. Rhythm is a dancer. Carling is the answer. You can down one anywhere. Let's to violent choices. Buy a pint and join us. Your butt is mine. Gonna tell you right. Bad Michael Jackson. Fun fact. Prince was going to duet with MJ on this song but declined after hearing that line. I sure ain't singing that to you. And you sure as hell aren't singing that to me. If Prince is making you say, no homo, you effed up. I need a source to ensure this isn't Reddit making stuff up again lol. Funny how self-censoring A makes it sound much more literal. Your butt is wide. Well mine is too, just watch your mouth or I'll sit on you. Ham on, ham on, ham on whole wheat. Alright. I keep it 300 like the Romans. I love that multiple people must have told him that the Spartans are not Romans and he just didn't care. This comment reminded me of the rapper that had lyrics similar to blow me like a cello. Gap teeth in your mouth so my dick's got to fit. Dr. Dre. F with Dre. Unintentional cell phone there Dre. LMAO, I never thought of it like that. I guess I thought the Gap was somehow giving him that little bit of extra room. With my nuts on ya tonsils. While you on stage rapping at your whackers concert. Dre's an exhibitionist. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. Friday, Saturday and Sunday Black Eyed Peas. I'm always vibbing the song when it comes on. But that's some seriously minimal effort lyrics. I'm not a native English speaker and I sometimes mix up Wednesday and Thursday. I sometimes sing that line quickly in my head to remember the correct order. Don't get confused though, we don't have 2 Saturdays in imperial units. We're not that effed up. Oh my god, I forgot about this. How effing lazy. Repeating Saturday just to make the rhythm of the bar work. I always just assumed they partied into Saturday morning and then took a break and partied Saturday night. I always get it up for the touch of the younger kind. What? Who? Is that for real? Yes. The song is called My Sharona by the Knack. The song rocks. But at that lyric it becomes clear who he is talking about and that ruins the song. If the light is off, then it isn't on, so yesterday. Hilary Duff. Logic checks out. Big if true. You make a dead man come and start me up. I guess it isn't awful, but I wish it didn't say that. Out of every comment on this thread, I wish it didn't say that has hit me so hard I'm wheezing. Britney Spears has a song called Drop Dead Beautiful, which is one of my favorites because it's genuinely good music. But then there's that one line that is completely not sexy. I wanna get next to you, got me kinda hot, but I ain't sweetin' you steamin' like a pot full of vegetables. I wouldn't necessarily call it a great song, but when Lil Yachty said blow my dick like a cello in the song Peekaboo, what's even better was when he tried to explain himself later and he said I effed up. I thought Squidward played the cello. He don't. That's a flute. Here's the full quote from Genius. Okay, let's stop for a second. Before you come at me, I'ma let you know, I'ma blame my and because he listened to that song many times and he allowed me to say that. I guess for a second, I thought a cello was a woodwind instrument and it is not. And nobody ever said nobody ever pulled up a pick and said, hey man, I don't know if you know what this is, but it ain't that. I effed up. I thought Squidward played the cello. He don't. That's a flute. I effed up. But it do sound good. Lol, Squidward literally says clarinet in like every episode. It legitimately baffles me that no one around him said anything. He didn't make that song by himself in his bedroom. That song passed through a dozen hands and not one person mentioned the problem. My heart is bound to beat right out my untrimmed chest. Why Train? Why? Train has a lot of really dumb lyrics. I came to the comments looking for the deep fried chicken lyric from Drops of Jupiter. Hefty bag. You're so gangster. I'm so thug. Sings the singular whitest man I've ever effing seen. If you had to name the least thug band, Train would actually be a pretty good shout. Every once in a while that one line just pops up in my memory. Otherwise a cute song. But why did this man have to tell me about his untrimmed chest? Sucking on a chili dog. Jack and Diane thought it was sucking on chili dogs, but same. This one has haunted me for years. Maybe in John's small hometown that's just what people said, so he thought it's normal, like, hey little Johnny, you up for sucking on chili dogs? And he just wrote it down. I am from his hometown so I can debunk that theory. I've always thought it was sucking down a chili dog. I'm so gangster. I'm so thug from Hey Soul Sister by Train LMAO. Like, why did he say that? TBH, you could fill this thread with only Train lyrics. Or just that song. My heart is bound to beat right out of my untrimmed chest. I've seen them in concert twice and I'm still not sure why. The untrimmed chest line effing kills me. That's cringe, but have you ever met My heart is bound to beat right out my untrimmed chest? Only time will tell if we stand the test of time. Why can't this be Love Van Halen 5150 1986? I never met a girl like you ever. Till we met. Classic by MKTO. In this thread, people posting lyrics and me trying so hard to figure out what song it is. Post the title and artist, people, please. Also everyone ignoring the otherwise great song part of the question. Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost had this song. Even as a little kid, I hated that they went with earth, wind, fire and air. Wind and air are the same thing, and earth, fire, water and air would have sounded just as good while making way more sense. Put some respect on the Hex Girls, bruh. They are responsible for me and many others goth girl type. This bothered me too, but how dare you say anything against the Hex Girls? To finger paint is not a sin. I put my middle finger in your monthly blood is what I win. Holy F Anthony Kiedis. I'm in your house so let me spin is hardly a great follow up either. It's funny to think that people see Californication as a maturer album from the Chili Peppers with lyrics like this and stuff on Get On Top, Gorilla, Ciela. More Anthony Kiedis gold. I know for sure. Ding ding dong dong ding ding dong dong ding ding. Around the world. Totally bizarre in an otherwise excellent song. Up to my A in alligators. Let's get it on with the alligator haters. More lyrics from Purple Stain. I still effing love that song though. Ding, dang, dong, dong, den, dong, dong, ding, dang. Around the World by Red Hot Chili Peppers. Also do dingle zing a dong bone bar dee bar da bar zumba krunga kong gone bad from soul to squeeze. Close your lips. Shut your tongue Super Junior Mamacita. She had dumps like a truck Cisco. Truck. Thighs like what WHST, implying that she has a fiber-rich diet. This is the best lyric in this thread. Not exactly terrible, but Toto wins the syllable cramming award with sure as Kilimanjaro rises like Olympus above the Serengeti. It's a pretty mediocre simile when you're just comparing a mountain to another mountain. Like Everest over the Himalayas, K2 rose above the Himalayas. Funny part is Kilimanjaro isn't even visible from the Serengeti. I've heard the idea behind the song is about Westerners coming and trying to fix African countries and messing sharp. The idea is that he doesn't even know the geography of the area, but he's pretending to be an expert. For years I thought it was rises like a leopard. I always thought it was like a leprous, which I assumed was a female leopard. Justin Timberlake, when you cheated girl, my heart bleeded girl. This just reminds me of that famous Elvis line. A little less conversation, a little more action, all this aggravation ain't satisfactioning me. To my mind, those are both good examples of how you shouldn't let good English get in the way of good art. Tonight there's gonna be a jailbreak somewhere in this town. Perhaps you should check the jail. This ain't no guitar B, it's a Glock. Do those two things get mixed up often? Hey Jeff, what does a guitar look like? Okay, so this is definitely a gun. I lost an arm. Hey, check out my guitar. Bang. Oh wait, this isn't a guitar. In Bruno March's Grenade he sings about how their eyes were open when they were kissing. Well, how did you know they were open if yours weren't open too? Hush girl. Shut your lips. Do the Helen Keller and talk with your hips. Tell your boyfriend if he says he's got beef that I'm a vegetarian and I ain't effing scared of him. That will never be not funny to me. Hip hop marmalade spick and span. Met you one summer and it all began. You're the best girl that I ever did see. The Great Larry Bad Jersey 33. Summer Girls by LFO. Chinese food makes me sick. Not a bad lyric at all, but this makes me think of the episode in Arrested Development where Mimi and her uncle Michael are singing Afternoon Delight together at an office party, and both slowly realize in horror that the song is about sex. Does not seem like it would be that dirty, and the thought of loving you is getting so exciting. The entire bridge of Down with the Sickness. I once heard this part of the song referred to as the domestic abuse solo and can never think of it as anything else. IDK if it's considered a great song, but luckily my breasts are small and humble so you don't confuse them with Mountains in Wherever by Shakira is deeply questionable. Sometimes I need to bust a nut. That doesn't mean I don't love you, so what you're saying that you wish that I was playing with your butt these days? Highly suspect. A lot of DMX songs have really solid beats, but then he opens his mouth with things like you hold my dick while he's sucking it and because you is a bee and always been a bee. You know what we do to a bee? We run up in a bee. Put something in a bee. A lot of homophobic lyrics mixed with lyrics that basically say that he is currently having or will have sex with other men. I got blood on my dick cause I fed a corpse. I'm pretty sure DMX makes albums for the sole purpose of supporting his 15 kids. I don't know if it's a great song, but the lyric in this train song Drive By really irks me. Looking for a 2-ply hefty bag to hold my love. She got a big booty so I call her Big Booty minus 2 chains. Slipknot Psychosocial. The Reckoning. The sickening packaging subversion pseudo-sacrosanct perversion. The lyrics are not bad. It's just very, very hard singing the whole verse in real time without it sounding like Pikachu is a virgin. Pikachu is a virgin LMAO. Tangentially related. My husband likes to angrily shout ice cream social whenever this song comes on. I'm just stunning with my love glue gunning. WTF. I'm a venereal disease. Like a menstrual bleed. The misunderstanding would be less egregious if so many of Wayne's lyrics weren't specifically about female anatomy. From Genius.com. It may sound like Lil Wayne believes female menstruation is a venereal disease, but that's probably not what's going on. He loosely connects the two to transition into a description of his writing process. Additionally, Wayne's career keeps coming back for more, just like a monthly period or a venereal disease that you can't get rid of, like a menstrual bleed. He leaks blood through a pencil, not onto a sheet of paper, but onto a sheet of a tablet that exists only in his mind. He's taking a familiar app trope, I don't write my lyrics down, and making it much more vivid. In other versions of Breathe, he corrects this line by saying I'm a venereal disease. Like a menstrual I bleed. He has a ton of weird lines that talk about sh, and I be the sh, now you got loose bowels, or I'm poo poo, meaning I'm the sh on you turds. It's so bizarre because he used to be so good, but now he falls back on bars that I could easily someone in middle school just absolutely loving. His career began in 1995, at the age of 12, when he was signed by rapper Birdman, joining Cash Money Records as the youngest member of the label. I wonder how much human experience he's missed, having been a full-time rapper from such a young age. It would explain some of his subject matter. Whenever songwriters don't know what to say, so they just go ooh ooh, yeah 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 yeah. Alright, a lot of punk bands do this kind of stuff and it drives me mad. NOFX have a pretty funny take on it with their song Woe on the Woes. Actually, come to think of it, you could fill this entire thread with NOFX lyrics. Please play this song on the radio by NOFX also mentions this topic. Never met a villain that they liked. Teen Titans theme song. I always thought never giving up without a fight would make a better rhyme. I mean, it makes sense. Why would they like villains? But yeah, I like the theme song, but that one lyric is kinda dubious. Well, it makes sense until you remember Terra. They still technically liked her when she became a villain. Don't they know Maya in a gutter F and kidnap kids? FM and the A. Throw M over the bridge. What's beef? Goddamn boogie. Great song from a good album, but what the F were you thinking? Not a terrible lyric at all, but I'm always amazed when Imca is sung by wholesome groups. It's an older gay man telling a younger gay man how to get his life on track after arriving in Nick after being disowned by his family. Poopity scoop. When I met you, I admit, my first thoughts was to trick you, look so good. Huh. I suck on your dad's dick. The Notorious B.I.G. NGLIFing love this lyric. Makes me crack up every time. Okay, but this is hilarious. Surrender by Cheap Trick now. I had heard the Wax recruited old maids for the war. Makes no sense in the context of the song. The next line is, but mommy isn't one of those, as if it's a grave insult to be an old maid. This is because the original lyric, now I had heard the Wax were either old maids, dykes or whores, was censored in order to make the song playable on the radio. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Cowboys like smoky old pool rooms and clear mountain mornings. Little warm puppies and children and girls of the night. I mean, who doesn't like little warm puppies? That's not a reason to not to be a cowboy. If you don't swim, you'll drown. But don't move, honey. 5 seconds of summer is pro drowning. If her dad is rich, take her out for a meal. If her dad is poor, just do what you feel. Mungo Jerry. In the summertime, have a drink. Have a drive hasn't aged particularly well either. Now if I F this model and she just bleached her a-hole and I get bleach on my t-shirt, I ma feel like an a-hole. WTF can I? In the desert you can remember your name, cause there ain't no one for to give you no pain. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. The heat was hot.